ஓம் ஐந்து கரத்தனை ஆனை முகத்தனை இந்தின் இளம்பிறை போலும் எயிற்றனை நந்தி மகந்தனை ஞானக் கொழுந்தினை உந்தியில் வைத்தடி போற்றுகின்றேனே. தந்தை தாயாவானும் சார்கதி இங்கு ஆவானும் அந்தமிலா இன்பம் நமக்கு ஆவானும் எந்தமது ஊனாகுவானும் உயிராகுவானும் அருட்கோனாகுவானும் குரு உலகலாம் உணர்ந்தோதற்கு அறியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலி வேணியன் அழகிற் ஜோதியன் அம்பலத்தாடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவான். Hari Om to all. Last class we completed with Anaya Nayana, who was a shepherd, and he is considered as a Nayana because of his devotion to Shiva, and there was a time when he played his flute. The whole world was mesmerized by that, and Lord Shiva also came and took him to Kailash. He is from Mayavadi nation, country. So I quoted the first words of Sundaramurti Swamigal. Sorry, it's not the first one. First one is Pitta Piraishudi Perumane Arulala Atta Maravade Ninikindin Manatunne. This is when he was in Mayavadi country. He composed this. பொன்னார் மேனியனே புலித்தோலை அரைக்கசைத்து மின்னார் செஞ்சடை மேல் மிளிர் கொன்றை அணிந்தவனே மன்னே மாமணியே மழப்பாடியுள் மாணிக்கமே அன்னே உன்னையல்லால் இனி யாரை நினைக்கேனே. I am quoting these words because it is very much apt with Anaya Nayanar. Anaya Nayanar was, as usual, he was taking care of cattle. He saw Kondai tree and saw the yellow flowers like golden flowers. Then he went into a trance, started music in the flute. Then everything happened. Something like Ramakrishna. So Kondai and every other detail comes in this Sundaramurti Swami's words. So it is very apt words to remember in this context. Then we are going to see the 13th one in our series, 15th one in Chekidar Swami series. Murti Nayana. In the Pandya kingdom, the capital was Madurai. There was a businessman class, Vaishya Kula. This Murti Nayana took birth. He was very much devoted to Shiva. his duty is, or his vow is, daily he has to offer chandanam, sandalwood paste. So when he was doing this, a king from Karnataka, generally in Tamil Nadu history, always fight between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, not only now for Kaveri, even in those days, even Rajaraja Chola time, there was a Chalukya king, Pallavas time, and Paranjodi Munivar, one of the Nayanmar, he went to Chalukya kingdom and decimated that because they were against Hinduism. So he got the Narasimha Pallava, I suppose, he got the name Vadapi Kondan. Like Rajendra Chola, son of Rajaraja Chola, got the name Gangai Kondan because he went and conquered Ganga region. Like that, Vadapi was their capital. This Paranjodi went and decimated that. And there were some academical idiots like Dakshinamurti. They say Vadapi Ganapati. There is a famous song on Ganapati, Vadapi Ganapati. So they twist the facts and say it is only after Paranjodi went and decimated Vadapi, he brought Ganapati from there. Till then there were no Ganapati worship at all in Tamil Nadu and so on. All are idiotic things just to cheat us. They hope we don't know history, we don't read our literature and so on. So whatever Tamil Nadu people claim, you have to be very careful. There are so many people in Tamil Nadu to cheat Tamilians. Anyhow, in Murthy Nayana's time also, a Karnataka king, they say Vaduka also. There is some Vaduka wells also is there. It is a research thing to know whether Vaduka and Vaduka are one and the same. Generally in Kannada, Pal they say Hal. There will be little pronunciation difference between Tamil, same words but with a different pronunciation they use. Krishna ni begane baro. This is a very famous Purandaradasa Kriti. Here also, Krishna, you please come quick. Vayo, varo becomes baro. Vabayoho, abedaha, like it happens in Bengal. There was time, to my knowledge, they even reached up to Kanyakumari. Anyhow, this Karnataka king fought with Pandya king and he could defeat Pandya king and he became the king of Madurai Pandya kingdom also. And as he was a Jain, Samana religion, Samana in Tamil, Jain in English, like Yuda in Tamil, Jew in English. Even original pronunciation is Yuda only, I suppose. But in English they call Jews. Okay. So because he was oriented to Jaina religion, he tried his best to eradicate Hinduism, as it happens in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh and so on. Due to that, Murthy Nayanar was unable to get sandalwoods to make sandal paste. he tried his best and somehow he will collect here and there. And he was very much upset with this. Every day he used to pray to Shiva. And the king was very much particular. We have to make sure he should not getting sandalwood. And he could accomplish that. So Murthy Nayanar couldn't get sandalwood for sandal paste. After searching, he returned back with empty-handed to temple. And he thought, okay, I couldn't get sandalwood, so what? I have my hands which used to make paste. I will grind my hand itself in the grinder. Then he started doing that out of vex that he couldn't get sandalwood. So the blood was oozing out, even the bone, the majja from the bone was oozing out. Then Shiva came and he stopped him and make him normal. And he told, don't be desperate. There will a time come and you can become a king. And whatever things against Hinduism done by Karnataka king, you may rectify those things. That night itself, the Karnataka king died. He didn't have any issue in the sense, whoever have issues, they will have issues. He didn't have any children. So, what to do next? Generally, it is a custom in those days. They will take the elephant of the kingdom, Pattat Yanai. We already saw in Yeripatha Nayanar's story. So they will ask the elephant, give a garland and send it freely. It will go as it wish, and to whose neck it puts the garland will be the next king. Maybe if you have seen Saraswati Sapadam picture, there also the Rani was selected, queen was selected in this method. The ministers arranged for the thing. The elephant was sent. Murthy Nayanar was coming out of the temple. When will this mayhem end? Thinking that he was coming out of the temple, the elephant also happened to come and it put the garland on his neck. Then the ministers, they asked Murthy Nayanar, please, elephant has chosen you, so you please take the kingdom, rule the kingdom. Then he put conditions. See, I will not tolerate Jainism atrocities. I will reinstate Hinduism. I will wear as my ornaments, vibhuti, rudraksham and jada. And so on. In those days, people were very much pious, people were very much dharmic, So everything was accepted, and he was made a king. Then he reinstated the glory of Hinduism back. He went to Chokkanada temple, Meenakshi Sundareshwara temple, and worshipped Bhagavan. Then he ascended to the elephant, then ascended to the kingdom. Then he ruled the kingdom for years. Finally, he reached Kailash. Then here also we see the steadfastness, not swerving from their vow. He want to offer sandal paste to Bhagavan, and at any cost he want to offer that. So because of that nature, he is also considered as a Nayanmar. Then we move to 14 in our series, 16 in secular series, Muruga Nayanar. Generally till now, before Murthy, we were not getting very familiar names. Now, Murthy, Murugan, all very familiar Tamil names. He is from Chola kingdom, Tiruppugalur. He is from Brahmin family. He is committed to offering flowers to the Bhagavan. Daily morning, 3:30, he will get up, get ready, go to garden and pluck flowers of 4 varieties: Kotuppu, Kodippu, Neerppu, Nilappu. Poo means flower. Kodu means branch in this context. Kodi means creeper. Then Neer means from water. Nila means from ground. So 4 types of flowers he will collect. Then he will prepare garland. Indai, Damam, Kanni, Pinayal, and so on. There was I don't know whether nowadays people use those names. I was in a place previously where making flowers is the every household duty. There is a flower market, every household will make flowers, garlands, and they sell. So the modern names will be Malai, Aram, Tundu, then Vidubu, and so on. Malai means a normal garland. Aram means a very thick one. Tundu means pieces of garlands. You can attach them together and make it a garland also, if necessary, or you can make it for decoration. And Charam. Charam means in a single thread there will be jasmine and so on will be tied. That is Charam. Vidubu means loose flowers. Of course, these are the main categories. There are many other varieties too. So he make whatever is necessary, whatever is appropriate for Bhagavan. He makes those garlands and offer to Bhagavan. So in that Tirupugalur, the main deity is Agnishwara. And there are 3 more shrines. One is Bhuteshwara. Bhuta means, if you learned Sanskritam, you know, past. Vartamaneshwara, that is present. Then Bhavishyeswara, that is future. Ishvara of past, present and future. So 3 shrines were there. The Lord of all 3 times. Kala Kalan. The Agnishwara is otherwise known as Konapiran also. This deity is praised by Tirunjana Sambandha Murthy. And even many others too. Even in today's Vartamanishwara, there is a figure, statue of a Shaiva devotee, that is Muruga Nayanar. He is from a Brahmin family. Some say Adi Shaiva also. Indai is a variety which is used to wear in the head. Tar means which is used to wear in the neck or chest. Taramar Kondayim Chandvakamalayim Chatum Tillai is the Abhirami Andari line. Muttudai Tamam, there is a line in Vevaram or Tiruvasakam. Tamam means a big one. Nowadays they call Aram. He was doing this very meticulously. And nowadays there is a Matam also, that is Chatram, called Nambi Murugan Tirumadam. The inscription says, possibly it is done by Murugan Nayanar. And there are informations that Tirunjana Sambandhar, Appar, there is Tirunavukarasar, Siruttondar, Tirunneelanakkar, and so on, when they visited the Tirupugalur, they have stayed in this matam. Tirunjana Sambandhar was very, very fond of Murugan Nayanar, his commitment for doing this service to Bhagavan. And in his Padiham, he has mentioned Tirumurugan Nayanar in 2 places. So they became close friends. When Tirunjana Sambandha Swami in Tirunallur, a place in the same name is there in Sri Lanka also, Nallur Murugan. So in Tirunallur, towards the end of Tirunjana Sambandha Murthy Swami, he did his marriage there. The Murugan Nayanar, when he came to know it is going to happen, because of their friendship, he visited there. This is a thing to be noted. It will be handy in our next coming story about Nandana. When Tirunjana Sambandama Swami's marriage was happening, they say there was a fire, and in that fire, people whoever visited the marriage, all were immersed in the fire and went to Kailash along with Tirunjana Sambandamurti Swami. So as Muruganayyanar also visited there, he also along with Tirunjana Sambandamurti Swami went Kailash in that occasion. So Muruganayyanar as Anayanayanar and Murti Nayanar and so on, he was also very much devoted to Shiva, always wearing the Shiva signs and chanting Namah Shivaya and so on. Due to that, he could go along with Tirunjana Sambandamurti Swami to Kailash, and things whatever he did in his life like this made him also a Nayanar. Then Rudra Pashupati Nayanar in our series 15. In Cheklar series it is 17. In Chola kingdom there was a place called Tiruthalayur, and this Nayanar, his name is Pashupati. He is from Brahmin family, so he learned Vedas. So what he do, every day morning he goes to the pond and stand in the water up to his neck and chant Rudra. Possibly you all may be having some idea about Rudra. It is a mantra from Veda. If we consider Vedas are three, Rig, Yajur, Sama, then from Yajur Veda, among the three Vedas, the center is Yajur. Almost in the center portion of Yajur Veda is Shatapatha Brahmana. In that, almost in the center place, Rudram, Sri Rudram, and in that Sri Rudram, almost in the center, the Nama mantra comes Om Namah Shivaya. So according to Shaiva tradition, center pillar of Vedas is Om Namah Shivaya. That Sri Rudram he used to chant every day. Generally in the music learning people, they may have some throat problem. That means when they take high pitch, their throat won't accommodate or cooperate with. Then it is suggested for them to go and either pond or any other setup. Here they have to stand up to their neck, deep water. Then they have to try singing. Slowly their throat will accustom to any high pitch, any raga, shruti and so on. So like that he was chanting Rudram. That is the only thing he did his whole life. And because of that, the whole life he was very much committed to chanting Rudra. So he was called Rudra Pashupati Nayanar. Pashupati was his name. Rudra is the title. In Tamil they say Urutra, because in Tamil the Repa won't come in the as your first letter. in those days. So they say Urudram. Urudram means Rudram, Rudra Pashupati Nayanar. And because of his meticulous commitment, Bhagavan blessed him and took him to Kailash. So that is Rudra Pashupati Nayanar. Then comes very, I don't say very important and all, but there are people who make this life history a debatable one. His name is Tirunalai Povar Nayanar. His name is Nandanar. Because he used to say, I will go to Chidambaram tomorrow. I will go to Chidambaram tomorrow. So as he used to say, tomorrow, so he is otherwise known as Tirunalai Povar. So Nandanar is from a caste something equal to Chandala, we can say. Pulaya, maybe another word for that. Manikavasaka Swami says, Avurithu Thinnum Pulayarenu Avarkandir Nan Manangum Kadavulare. Even if he is a person eats cow meat, generally a Hindu won't do that. Even if he eats cow meat, if he is devoted to Shiva, then I will be worshipping him. It is something like Manisha Panchakam. Chandalo vastu, Chadujo vastu, Guru Nityesha Manisha Mama. Adi Shankara told, if one has the Atma Jnanam, then he is my Guru. There is no other things to be considered. Whether he is a Brahmin or Shudra or Pulaya, Chandala, nothing will be a considerable criteria. If he has Atman Jnanam, then he is my Guru. That's it. If he is a devotee, then he is to be worshipped. Even Gita also Bhagavan says, Abhichet abhi papebhyo papakrit tamaha. Abhichet suduracharaha papebhyo papakrit tamaha. Still, if he worships me, I will bless him. So in that manner, this Nandanar, he came from a Pulaya family, according to Tamil word, something equal to Chandala. Bhagavan says in Gita, Shoshak Yepisyu Papayonayaha Suni Chaiva Shopakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. A Jnani will not see from what caste he has come, what is his background, what is his social stature. Nothing a Jnani will take into account. So when Bhagavan says, even a Jnani won't take into account, then what to say Bhagavan? So Bhagavan also won't take into account. So when to convey that, Bhagavan says, Shuni Chaiva Shopakecha. Shwa means dog. A dog, even if he is a dog eater, possibly like Chinese people. Generally, these are all the things not eaten by in Indian culture. But even if he is so, he will be blessed by me. So there is a 4 varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Nandana is from a different thing. And Ambedkar, there was a person in India who has some role in formatting Indian constitution. He is also from such family. So he writes very clearly, no Shudra that is to say Chandala or Kulaya. Shudra is a different connotation. No lower caste person in India, a Hindu, won't consume and won't kill a cow and consume the meat. It is a misconception spread. The lower caste person may kill a cow and eat. He will never kill a cow and eat. He may eat cow meat which is dyed naturally. He never kills a cow and eat that. Generally, you may know that we don't take our chappals inside the temple. The reason behind is, in those days, chappals were made out of skin, animal skin. Deer skin and tiger skin. To my knowledge, only these two were exception, because those were used by sadhus, rishis. Otherwise, no other skin is considered a befitting one. And these people make chappals out of skin. They may make bags. Even nowadays, there are what they say, handbags are made rexin. There is some another word. Rexin means not natural, I think. There is a material, they make handbags and so on out of skin. Okay. So bags are made even nowadays. Chappals are made, suitcases are made, and there are so many things people make out of skins. And generally the people who are hunters, they hunt and sell the skin. Even in Kannappa Nayanar's life, we knew that. Then those skins were prepared and then they make out of many things. In our musical field, there are different instruments, percussion instruments, string instruments and so on. Among them one is like Nadaswaram, Tavil, Tarai, Tappattai and so on. They are all made out of skin. The beating filament or skin is made out of animal skin. So these people, they collect skin and prepare it and sell it for Nadaswaram, Tavil and so on. Whatever necessary people have, they will sell for that. The skin or the instrument which is made out of the skin will enter the temple. There is no restriction for that. It will be used for Bhagavan's worship. But it is not because of skin, it is possibly because of their lifestyle. Even nowadays, even in our life, we won't give equal respect or equal status to everyone. Some people, we know they are very truthful, honest and so on, then we revere them more. Some people we know they are always lying, cheating, then we don't revere them more. So even the people who we have interaction with, we have gradations. So possibly due to their lifestyle and so on, they were not revered as people revere Brahmins. It is quite natural in my opinion. Even today everyone is practicing this, but they will accuse those days as though these people are not practicing those things. Maybe their culture, maybe their healthy customs, I mean unhealthy customs. and so on. Due to that, people consider them little lower. They may not take bath every day and so on. So because he took birth in that kula, he was not allowed inside the temple. But it is a important point to note. He visited every temple wherever he wanted to. He will worship Shiva from outside the temple. And there was a temple called Tiruppungur. There, when he was worshipping Shiva, he couldn't see Shiva. Then he told Shiva that I could not see you properly because the Nandi is hiding you. Then Shiva told the Nandi, please stay away from his vision. Then Nandi moved a little bit. Even now in that temple, the Nandi will be little aside so that people can view Bhagavan from a long distance very nicely. So these things happened in his life. He visited every temple, and every temple, whatever he can contribute in his own way, and that is offering skin and so on. He did everything. That is his commitment. Though he is from a family where they deal with skins, dead animals' skins, he used to give them strings and skin and so on. And if he happened to see in any temple something is lacking in the temple, for example, there is no pond in the temple, then he will dig a pond and arrange for the devotees so that they can come and take a bath and then visit the temple. So every possible way, in his own manner, he was doing Shiva service. And suddenly he had a wish. Because in Saiva tradition, temple means Thillai, Chidambaram. In Vaishnava tradition, temple means Sri Ranganatha, Tiruchi. So he thought he should visit once Thillai, Chidambaram. And he was working under the Yajaman, owner. The owner used to tell him, you finish your works, then you go. So every day he will be having works. There was no day he could visit the Chidambaram. So every day he will tell, I will finish my duties, then go tomorrow. I will finish my duties today, then I will go to tomorrow. So because he was telling, I will go tomorrow, he got the name, will go tomorrow, that is Thiru Nalai Pova. So, meanwhile, he may create ponds, he may make walls for temples, and whatever he can offer, in whichever way he was doing that. Then one day, it is a hearsay story, I think. He asked his owner, I want to go to Chidambaram. He told, you finish this work and go. Those works will take a lot of days to complete. So he went and prayed Shiva. Then the whole, by the night, all works were done by the Bhuta Kana sent by Shiva. So he could manage to complete the duties. Then he went to Chidambaram. So people used his skin and strings for their musical instruments. They used his ponds for taking bath and so on. He came to Chidambaram, and due to the communal restrictions, he didn't visit inside. From the outskirts, he was having darshan. Then Shiva decided to show his devotion to the every other devotee. So he went and told Tillaival Andanar, whom we saw in the first class. He went and told them, see, my devotee has come. He is living in the outskirts due to social restrictions. He is not entering inside. But I want him to enter inside my temple. You please go and invite him and make a pyre like Lakshmana on request of Sita prepared one in Sri Lanka. Bhagavan asked the Tillaival Andanar to prepare a pyre. They say in Tamil, rude word is Tikuli, but nice word is Pukuli. Pu means flowers. The flames or embers are considered as flowers. Of course, devotees walk on them as though they are walking on flowers. There were many temples. Even now it happens in India. Possibly it happens in Malaysia too. People observe some vows. Then on the particular day, Kundam Erangrad also they say. They will walk through the fire. So Bhagavan asked Brahmins to make an arrangement, and then he will walk through and enter the temple. That was the arrangement. Then he told Nandanar also, I have told them, they will make arrangement for that. You please walk through. Then the next day, these people went and informed him, and they asked him to come, and they prepared. Then he was walking through the fire. And when he walked through, like Sita came out of the Agni fire, a pristine, divine woman, the same way he came out of the fire with Yajnopavidam, that is Punul, like a rishi, he came out of that fire. Then these Brahmins took him inside the temple, and when they entered the temple, up to certain extent they entered. Thereafter they couldn't see Nandanar. He immersed with Shiva Bhagavan. So these incidents, some criminals interpret that Nandanar was arsoned. That is their interpretation. But they will keep quiet about Tirunjana Sambandha's life, what happened in his marriage time. They will keep quiet about that. Then did anybody arson Tirunjana Sambandha? Because he was a Brahmin? They won't even talk about that. So these are all idiots, and these are all criminals, create stories to create confusion in our mind. So you have to see the contrast. Already we saw there was a story. When they entered the temple, they entered the Garbhagraham and they were immersed in the Bhagavan. The same way, Nandanar also immersed in Bhagavan after his test on fire, and Bhagavan showed every other devotee that though he is from a family which is considered generally inferior by others, but for me he is not inferior, he is equal to a Brahmin. So Bhagavan showed them what a greatness Nandanar was having to everyone. Then he took him to his abode. That is the Nandanar or Tirunalai Povar story. when one has the conviction that he is right or he is believing 100% in Bhagavan, then they won't be afraid of such testings. So Nandanar was such a devotee, so he proved what was his stature he was originally having. In his mind, he was I won't say he's a Brahmin, he's above Brahmin. Generally in sadhus, sannyasis, we won't call them Brahmin, Kshatriya and so on. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Brahmatam paradat yo brahmanaha anyatra brahma veda, kshatram tam paradat yo brahmanaha anyatra kshatram veda. Who thinks I am a Brahmin, who thinks I am a Kshatriya and so on, they are all rejected by Brahma, Bhagavan. That is the saying in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And even in Adi Shankara's Nirvana Shatkam and so on, we see he says, Na Brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya Shudro. I am not a Brahmin, I am not a Vaishya, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Shudra. Yes, for a sannyasi, a devotee, there is no caste. And because of this, Sri Ramanuja in Vaishnava Sampradaya, when he got Ashtakshara Mantra Upadesham, he climbed the wall of the temple, called everyone and gave Diksha of Ashtakshara Mantra, O Namo Narayanaya. And all over his life, he never had any disparity, discrimination towards the devotees. Devotee means they are only one caste. They are above Varna or other caste system, social systems. So devotee and sannyasi are all different people. We have to look at them differently. And it is proved by Nandanar's story also. That's how the tradition goes. We can see many stories to this account. Only in ordinary people life, Grahastha people life, there will be Varna, Jati and so on categories. But not in devotee's life, not in sannyasi's life. Is there any question? We are approaching towards Tirunavukkarasu Swamigal life. Possibly in our next class, we may start his life and it will go on and on, because Tirujnana Sambandha Swami, they say Pillai Pali, Puranam Pali. Half of the books were covered by Tirujnana Sambandha story. Then Tirunavukkarasu story also dealt with in a very great detail. Then Sundaramurti Swami life also was dealt with in a great detail. First three Devaram were written by Tirujnana Sambandha Murti, next three were by Tirunavukkarasu Swami, then the seventh one is by Sundaramurti Swami, eighth one is by Manikavasaka Swami. So due to their greatness, they were considered Saiva Samaya Kuravargal or Devaram Padiya Mover and so on. They were having many titles. So these three things, Sundaramurti Swami, Tirunavukkarasu Swami, Tirujnana Sambandhamurti Swami, those stories will go on and on for days. And as of now, we are temporarily suspending our class because Mataji is going for a Tirtha Yatra. Then after she comes back, I will go for a Chardham Yatra around Puja Swami's anniversary time. So after September, we will announce when will we having the next class. Till September we will not be having class. When we will have the class by October will be announced later. After I return back, I will inform Mataji and she will inform you. Till then, I am taking leave of you. When we come back, we will see Tirunavukara Swami's story. And of course, Chandeshwara Nayanar. He is also a very important Nayanar. Every Shiva temple will be having Chandeshwara shrine. After Chandeshwara Swami, we will see Tirunavukara Swami. Shivaratri Prathanai. Om Vanmukhil Vazhadu Peiyga Malivalan Surakka Mannan Konmurai Arasu Seyga Kuraiviladu Uyirgal Vazhga Nanmarai Arangal Onga Nattavam Velvi Malga Menmikol Shaiva Neethi Vilanguga Ulahamellam Vazhandana Vanavaraninam Veedatambunal Vendanum Onguga ஆழ்க தீயதெல்லாம் அரண்நாமமே சூழ்க வையகமும் துயர்தீர்கவே ஹரி ஓம் தத்சத் சர்வம் பிரம்மார்ப்பணமஸ்து ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணார்ப்பணமஸ்து. சுபராத்திரி.